Welcome back, everybody. Brandy with Honest Apron. Today we're gonna dive into something that's got sweet, tangy, and a punch in your mouth. It's gonna be delicious. Today we're making lemon blueberry scones. Perfect for lunch or that brunch. We're gonna get at it today. To start the scone dough, we're gonna do 497 grams of flour. I do use a scale. If you don't want to, that is okay. It's gonna be 3.5 cups of flour. Measuring it is just more precise and it's easier. 497 grams. I went overshot. Get yourself some sugar. We want white. We're gonna do 1/3 cup of sugar, or if you're using your scale, oh, don't forget to reset it. There we go. So with your scale, you're gonna do 71 grams of sugar. With the flour and sugar mixture, we're gonna go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I got it all mixed in there. Let's just toss it in. You wanna add 1 tablespoon of freshly grated lemon zest, which I did go ahead and grate myself. We're gonna toss that in there. Ow. Toss it in. Then you wanna mix all your ingredients around. It does call for 3/4 of a cup of grated butter. I went ahead and used the food processor, and it has to be super cold. So let's go ahead and get that in there now before it gets too warm. Then you want to mix it all together. It should look like this when you're done. You want it to look like a little sandy texture. Don't overmix. You can also use a food processor or a dough cutter, depending on what you like. I just use my fingers because I understand the feel of the dough. To this, we're gonna add our blueberries in now. Just pop them in. Ooh. Maybe look at them first, make sure they're okay. And you wanna toss them lightly to combine. Grab yourself 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk and 1/4 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I went ahead and squeezed this, but I did remember I need to push it through a sieve because some of the seeds got in there. See, caught some of the nasties. Now what you want to do is you're just going to fold it in. If you don't know what that means, I guess you're up Schitt's Creek. This is super important. You do not want to overwork your dough. Once you fold everything in, you want it to look like this. It should still be pretty loose. We don't want to overwork our dough. We're going to pivot and we're going to put a little bit of flour down on our surface so that way we can roll everything out. Now we just want to combine it all. And then you should be left with a little dough ball like this. We're going to flatten it out. Keeping that circular shape. Grab yourself your dough cutter flour, and then we're gonna start cutting them into triangles. Cut it like a pie, down the half. Doesn't have to be even. We're rustic here. Just like that. Aren't those pretty? Then we grab yourself a baking sheet, like this, and we're gonna go ahead and load them up on there. Once you get them all laid out on your baking sheet, give yourself 2 more tablespoons of buttermilk, and we're gonna brush it on the top of these before we bake them. It's just gonna add a little bit more moisture into that dough. Don't these just look delicious? We're gonna throw these in the oven now. Remember, we preheated the oven to 400 degrees and they go in for 15 minutes. So let's put them in. While the scones are baking, we're gonna wanna make up a really quick glaze to go on them. We have 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. I zested a whole nother lemon. So we're gonna put that in there. I also juiced it. We're gonna want 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And one thing I always feel like adds a tremendous amount of flavor is always adding a little bit of vanilla paste to it. Perfect. Let's give it a good mix. She's a little thick. Let's add a little bit more lemon juice. This is what it should look like. Does it not look delicious, guys? Let's try a little bit. Make sure it's good. That's good. We'll set that off to the side and we'll wait for our scones to get done so we can glaze them. Don't these look delicious? They got brown around the edges and I cannot wait to dive in, but first we must glaze. So take the glaze we made a little bit earlier, give it a good mix, make sure she's good, and we're gonna glaze while they're hot. Let's just do a little drizzle. It doesn't have to be pretty. Best thing about scones is they're very rustic. One thing with scones, you can get any flavor you want. Make a lot of them. Do you have a scone recipe that you like to use? If you do, post it below. I'd love to give it a try. Don't be scared with your glaze. With this being all glazed up, let's go ahead and give it a taste. That zest in there makes it so much more powerful and potent than just using the lemon. Blueberries are nice and fresh. When you get that nice in your mouth when you're eating it. And who doesn't like a good, you know what I mean? If you like fresh, bright colors in your food while tasting them, I know that sounds weird, but if you know, you know. Please make these. Leave a comment below and let me know if you've tried them. Or again, if you have a recipe you want me to try, put it down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share the video to anybody that you know that might like to make some scones. Have a great one, and I'm gonna go finish this. They call me Dr. Scone.